Hi, today we're looking at Swann's Wi-Fi pan and tilt security camera. The great thing about this solution is you can control the camera remotely to see and hear what's happening. Let's look at some of its features. 1080p high definition resolution on the camera, which is the same resolution as your high def TV at home. It has Wi-Fi, so no connecting up any wires, connects to your Wi-Fi system at home. All you need to do is power it up. We also have pan and tilt functionality, so we can adjust the camera up and down, left and right, and we do that all through a remote app on your phone or your mobile device. Records all the footage on an SD card, and that card can be accessed or pulled out and put into your computer at home to download the footage. The exciting thing about this solution is the two-way audio. So it has a built-in microphone and a built-in speaker. You can be communicating to people at home. You can be looking in remotely, potentially communicating with your pets at home. Also has night vision, which is really important because if you're accessing the camera remotely, if you're away overseas, you want to have a look at what's happening at the house at nighttime, it'll see at nighttime very, very clearly. So that's about it. Let's have a look at what's inside and go through everything in a little bit more detail. Here we have the box, picture of the camera on the front, functionality on the side. On the back here we have some more detail on the pan tilt feature, and we have all the details of what comes in the box as well. So let's go ahead and have a look. Let's have a look at what else is in here. Okay, this is everything that comes in the box. We have the stickers, the power adapter, the cable. We have a wall mounting bracket so we can mount the camera to a wall with the screws and the plugs to suit. Quick startup guide, camera, warranty ticket, Ethernet cable. So let's look at the camera in a little bit more detail. As you can see, it's quite small and stylish, and so it'll fit in anywhere into the decor at home. On the front here, we have two indicator lights, one for power and one for communication. On the sides here, clearly you can see the speaker holes where the audio comes out, and we do have a built-in microphone in here to have the two-way communication that we spoke about. On the back here, we have the two antennas that connect to the wireless network. We also have an Ethernet port here, which means you can connect the camera directly to your wireless router at home, and that's for configuration purposes. We can do the configuration through the app, which we'll do later on, but you can also connect this up to your router at home to do the configuration. We have a slot here to put in your memory card so that the video footage gets saved to the card, and you can just easily eject that card, put it into your computer and download the footage from there. So very easy to use. And of course we have the power input here, which we'll do that now. So what you can see here now is that the camera is now trying to communicate to a wireless network, and it will announce something shortly.
Please open the Wi-Fi settings option on your smartphone and connect to your camera's Wi-Fi, which has a name beginning with Swann.
So it's going through its initialization process, and we'll just wait for that to finish.
Please open the Wi-Fi settings option on your smartphone and connect to your camera's Wi-Fi, which has a name beginning with Swann.
Okay, so now let's look at the app that we use to configure the camera and view the camera remotely. The app is called AlwaysSafe, and it's available for iPhone or Android. So it's just down here, and I'm going to open that up now. So what it's doing is it's trying to find the camera on the network. Now we know that that's not the case. We're not connected on the network with the camera, and as you can see, it said open failed. So what we've got to do, if you recall, the camera was telling us to open up our Wi-Fi settings and to connect to the camera directly. So let's go and do that now. And there it is there. So we connect to Swann.
Open the AlwaysSafe app and wait for the Swann camera to be detected. Then follow the on-screen instructions to install your camera.
Okay, so the camera again is telling us what to do, so we need to go to the app now. Okay, here's the AlwaysSafe app, which you can download for iPhone and for Android as well. So as you can see, there is a box that's come up. This is the app software. There is an indicator box here that's come up. and it's asking us, your device Home 1 requires connection to your Wi-Fi network. Tap OK to configure Wi-Fi access. So if we click OK there, it's brought us into this screen here, which essentially is saying before you start, make sure you have your home Wi-Fi network password available. So this is now where we're connecting the camera up to the wireless network at home. So if we hit next here, we choose the actual Wi-Fi network, and I'll just enter my password now and hit next.
Connecting to your Wi-Fi. Please wait. Wi-Fi connection succeeded. Follow the on-screen instructions to continue.
Okay, again, the camera is telling us what to do, so we just hit next. And are you sure you've heard the Wi-Fi connection? Yes, we did.
Wi-Fi connection succeeded. Follow the on-screen instructions to continue.
Okay, we hit next again, and we can start the live view now. Okay, so now if I pick this up, we can see that we are connected. Let's look at some of the features of the app. So down here we have the functionality, the screens, so we can have 4, we can have 9 or 16 screens. We can, let's go back there, we can use the pan tilt functionality, which is essentially telling the camera to go left or right for the pan, and we can be telling it to go up and down for the tilt. And again, we can be also telling it to going diagonal. We've also got positioning here, so I can mark this position and call it yard. And then I can go to my position, and on here I've got some other, put some other presets in, table, bike. So if I go bike, it's going to head over to the bike. If I go table, it'll head over. We can stop the feed coming through. We can also have our speaker. I'm not sure whether you can hear that, but we can hear what's going on from the camera. We can take a photo at any time. We can be recording video, and we can go to full screen mode as well. Again, in full screen mode, we can be telling the camera to go left or right with just a swipe functionality, up and down. So very easy to use. Now, in this screen here, it's telling us that we are connected via Wi-Fi, but then it also has this button here with a little red dot, which is saying init. So it's our initialization of this camera. So let's go into the settings mode. Now there's a lot of settings in this camera, and I'm not going to go through all of the settings, but what I thought I'd do is just go through some of the basic ones and some of the ones that you might adjust and change as part of your configuration. So as we look down here, the screen, it tells us the network and the network status. We're on Wi-Fi, and it tells us the IP address of our camera. We can also go into our display mode. And what's really good is if you do mount the camera upside down, you can rotate the image upside down so that the camera is looking at it the right way around. Or you can do a mirror effect, which is flipping that around as well. So that's quite a good function to be able to set you up if you're mounting the camera in different locations. Motion detection settings, and you can set up an alarm for the motion detection settings. So what we can be doing is also setting up the sensitivity for different times during the day. So we've got 4 time zones during the day, and we can make the camera more insensitive or more sensitive depending on what's going on. Setting up your notification in your emails. So it's, do you want to send an email? Yes or no? And effectively you can set up a schedule to send emails. If there's some motion in that area, particular area that the camera is looking at, it can actually send you an email. Password functionality, again, you can have a password to lock down your actual app with the particular camera. Okay, I wanted to show you some footage here of the night vision capability of the camera. And as you can see, it's my backyard, and you can see the dog there. It's running around, trying to scratch on the door, trying to get in. And you'll also hear some two-way conversation that I'm having with the dog shortly, which it's such a great function to do, and very easy to set up.
Hey boy.
Okay, so we've seen how easy it is to set up the camera. Essentially, it's just pulling it out of the box and plugging in the power. We download the AlwaysSafe app on the phone or mobile device, and essentially the camera tells us what we need to be doing from that point on. What we're doing is we're connecting to the camera directly wirelessly, and then we tell the camera what our network is at home. If you're having troubles with that, you can connect the camera directly to your router at home, and that way it will automatically set up with the app that you have. If you're having any additional troubles though, you can go to Swann 24/7 support. I'm sure they'll help you out. So that's it for this review. I hope you've gotten something out of it, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.